Stacey Dunlop. And her speech is on effective coaching, on the effective coaching pathways, level 1 project evaluation feedback speech. This is a speech that is 5 to 7 minutes. In 2008, the Gallup organization conducted a telephone survey of over 340,000 individuals in the United States. The questionnaire covered many topics of interest, including basic demographic information, participants' opinion about the current economic climate and their personal financial situation, information about past diseases, and other topics. The purpose of this survey was to assess the rapidly disseminate information on daily well-being and others' attitudes. Behavioral scientists Arthur Stone, Joseph Schwartz, Joan Broderick, Angus Deaton analyzed these data and wrote a paper which was published in the preceding National Academy of Science of the United States of America in 2010. Please welcome to the lectern to present a speech, Stacey Dunlop, and the title of the speech is Can We Predict Happiness?
I'm going to drop something here. Please imagine a ladder with steps 0 at the bottom and 10 at the top. The 10th step represents the best possible life for you, and the step on the bottom represents the worst possible life for you. Madam Toastmaster, fellow club members, and honored guests, in these few moments, I will reveal to you the single predictor of happiness in the United States. Intuitively, several different factors or variables come to mind that would plausibly contribute to a sense of well-being. These factors include employment status. Certainly being unemployed would negatively impact a person's sense of well-being. Marital status. Many people believe that married people are happier than singles. Having children in the home could be seen as a negative impact, and when they leave the home, you would be positively impacted on your well-being due to reduced levels of friction and reduced financial burden. Another plausible cause on the well-being levels is gender. Is there a happier gender? And if so, which one is it? Age. One could argue that a person faced with declining health would also have declining well-being levels. A statistical analysis was performed on these 5 plausible causes using a method called weighted least square regression to determine the association between well-being and one of the aforementioned predictors. So now, as I promised, I will reveal to you the well-being profile. well-being ladder is presented vertically in increasing number, and across the horizontal axis are plotted brackets in 4-year blocks of age. Age is the single predictor of well-being. Are you surprised? Of the 5 variables we discussed, only one had an impact in addition to age, and this is gender. As you can see based on this graph, females have a minute increased level of well-being compared with men. The females are denoted by the red line, and the males are denoted by the blue line. As you can see by this graph, beginning in early adulthood, an individual's well-being level declines significantly through their life until they hit what this paper calls post-midlife category, the age of 50. That's my category. I'm at the bottom. And then your well-being is predicted to increase year over year as your age increases. As I mentioned, the other predictor variables, employment status, marital status, and having children in or outside of the home, do not impact this model. These pieces of data were statistically controlled, and this graph was regenerated with that control data, and the results were largely the same. So this well-being age pattern deserves an explanation. Why are older people happier than younger people? There are some theories that have been put forth. A study by Balti's behavioral group theorized that there's an increased wisdom and emotional intelligence as age increases, at least through middle age. Karstensen and that group of behavioral scientists came up with a socio-emotional selectivity theory, wherein older people have an increased ability to self-regulate their emotions and to view their situations positively. They're also in accord with the positivity effect, wherein older people tend to recall fewer negative memories than younger people, and the possibility that older people are more effective in regulating their emotions than younger people. A favorite phrase is, "There's no fool like an old fool." That reminds us that a foolish old person is especially foolish because an old person should have learned the mistakes and not to make them again as a young person would. In summary, there's hope, friends, for those of us in the post-midlife categories. Our well-being is expected to rise year over year. As a social indicator these days of individuals, groups, and countries, the well-being profile deserves a more detailed explanation, including the determinants of psychological, social, and biological explanations. Madam President.